Hello?
There we go.
Oh, nice, man. Finally.
What is up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing actually very good because it's been so long now. Finally.
I
Something.
know, dude. It's been like what, a good maybe 5 months, at
Yeah,
least maybe
yeah,
six
I think
months,
so.
probably. Yeah.
Is the sound decent? Because I have a better microphone, but
You
then I need
let me
to.
ask Chad. How's he sound, guys? You sound really good on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound really clear. So, dude, what have you been up to?
Um, I've always actually kept on playing WoW in one way or another. As in, I kept on raiding, but I'm gonna say I'm not playing a lot right now. I'm not very involved in Wrath of the Lich King. Still raiding weekly, but yeah,
Have you heard
it's
about how like Classic has like like resurged? Like a lot of people are playing on White Mane right now.
um, Whitemane is an American server.
White Mane is yeah, it's North America, but it's like popping off right now. I looked at it, so there's like 10,000 people playing right now on that server.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
no, in Europe it's, I suppose it's a Firemaw cluster, and Hydraxian Waterlords is the hardcore one. So I've been playing a little bit on Hydraxian Waterlords, the
Oh, you
hardcore.
have?
Yeah. And I've played on my old one, Firemaw. No, not, well, that's not my old one. It's Bloodfang, but it's basically the same cluster of realms. So I've been
Awesome.
playing some era as well. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I had taken like a long time off. I had some issues just like with my Tourette's and stuff, and then I told you my stepbrother had passed away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it just been like a crazy like few months and all, and then I'm like, you know what, like I really want to try giving this a shot again, like trying to stream again, and trying to basically make it work, like the whole thing and all. And I came back, and like people have been like so supportive and everything like that. So, and I've been having so much fun, man, playing hardcore again.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have like some of the let's say OG vanilla streamers back.
Yeah, dude.
You used to be with Melder on like one of the main channels I listened to, so
Oh, that's
it's good to have you
awesome.
back.
Yeah.
I'm really missing the GMAs. We should
I
definitely try to do one.
I know. So we got to get Cargos on. He's been super busy.
Yeah.
So he's been doing like this hardcore all-star thing, right? And it's really like, I don't know, taking up a lot of his time. But if we can lock in a day, you know what I mean? I think he'd love to do it because, dude, GMA was like his favorite show, all of our favorite show. And
Was
people
amazing.
ask me nonstop, when's the next GMA? When's the next GMA? When's the next GMA?
And you can kind of feel the vanilla vibe coming back, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
GMA is thriving on that really.
So did you hear about the leak that they're saying? Okay, so apparently
Early or
about the Classic Plus or the new like SOM stuff. Well, so not Classic Plus, but the new like SOM stuff. So people were saying that there was a leak in like the newest Dragonflight code, right, where there was like a new season of Mastery thing, and there was like some hardcore stuff in it. So like they're thinking about actually potentially making like a hardcore server.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Okay, you did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what, I mean, that's definitely some news, but hardcore has never been my main thing. It's just at the moment it's like the next big, or the only thing you can kind of do to wait for the next Trash Realm or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing you can do, I suppose. Because I don't know, do you play Wrath of the Lich King?
Dude, I did a little bit of leveling. Like I did like Utgard Keep on my priest, and like that was literally it. And it's just so boring. Like I don't know, it's just boring to me again. Like
it kind of is.
Dude, like I don't know. I had such a good time playing in Original Wrath that like I don't feel like it's going to draw me back enough to just play and like even raiding or anything like that again. The thing I miss the most, believe it or not, out of all of WoW is number one, like doing the hardcore thing, and number two is doing battlegrounds on my shaman. So like elemental shaman PvP, I miss that so much.
Just put my webcam on so you can see at least
nice,
who you're
yeah.
talking to. Don't put it on stream.
No. Yeah.
It's been so long. I can see you on stream.
Dude. Yeah, you can see me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You look good, man. Dude, you're in a new apartment?
It's actually a house. Yeah, we built
nice.
a year and a half ago.
Wow.
It's so long. It's been so long. I think I don't know if we even did a GMA over here.
I don't think
maybe
we
one.
have. Maybe one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
No, but I know what you're saying. I've been playing. I've been raiding basically weekly, except if I'm benched in the raid. But that's about it, man.
In Wrath, right?
Yeah, in Wrath.
Yeah.
In Wrath. Yeah. And everything I came to dislike about WoW later expansions, I kind of start feeling it again with Wrath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it was in say Warlords of Draenor, but it's not good, man.
So like
really
what kind of things? Like what kind of things are you noticing that you don't like? Like the people or the game or?
It's a mix of different things. I've been thinking about it. TBC and Wrath at first sight are not that different, but in reality they are. I think one of the main issues is the sheer amount of epic welfare gear. I don't know. I don't like how previous was not a thing. Dungeons never were relevant in my opinion.
That is what I missed. Like I loved in original Wrath. Like I did so many heroics in original Wrath, and that was like, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I actually kind of missed the dungeon finder tool.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I think it could have added something. It's possible, but the problem is you hit level 80, right? And then what you do? You then jump into Nax. You have like 7-8 pieces of gear, so the whole dungeon thing is irrelevant.
Wow.
That's how I felt, at least.
Dude,
I tried to do some previews, and then the first week I replaced basically everything. I crafted stuff, I replaced everything in 1 or 2 raids. I think that's one of the things I dislike the most.
See, that would upset me a lot too, because I cherished the time that I spent in those dungeons, and like I was a big proponent of saying, oh no dungeon finder. And now I kind of go back on what I said. I think it would have been better having a dungeon finder, because it would have given people a thing to do, like on downtime, to do heroics and stuff like that. But like you said, there's no reason to, right? It's that's
the problem. If you add a dungeon finder, you have something to do, but there's really no reason to even do it. But yeah, at least you can click the button, do dungeon, log off again, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, but vanilla is that's the real deal for me, and I kind of like TBC a lot, but vanilla is the best, man.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in TBC, but yeah, I mean vanilla was. I mean, dude, like, if a fresh vanilla server were to come out right now, I would definitely play on it, 100%, 100%.
I'm actually waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, I hope SOM, this next one, I don't know, like I want to play, because like, okay, so everyone's playing on white main right now, right? But like everyone's just raiding Nax and all, right? So like I want to have it was like it was in Classic, where everyone does MC, and then everyone for like a few months is in Battlegrounds with only MC gear, you know what I mean? And then, you know, the progression comes out again, where the next, you know, then it's BWL, then everyone's in Battlegrounds again with BWL gear. Like, I want to play it like that, because even if I play right now on white main, I'd be at such a disadvantage. I would have to go into like AQ40 and Nax and just get geared up there, and then get destroyed in Battlegrounds while I'm, you know, because like I really want a PvP right now, but it's like, even if I do that, I'm going to get destroyed because everyone's going to be so geared.
The thing is, I hope if they do fresh, that they also look at the server issues they had in the past, because PvP is all good, but if you end up with 100% of one faction on the server, you can't PvP at all.
So our white main is like 50-50, dude. It's like almost a perfect split.
Amazing. That's great.
You should come play on there, dude. You should, yeah, it's Era. You should make a horde character on there. Make a shaman. Yeah, do it. Come on.
Have a guess on what class I main in Wrath of the Lich King?
Paladin.
No.
No? Priest?
No.
Hold on. Shaman?
No. You will never guess it.
It's not a healer?
No, it's not a healer.
Are you a tank?
Nope.
Hunter?
No, it's an affliction warlock.
Nah, dude, I was gonna say warlock, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it's a warlock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've played Red Paladin throughout TBC, and yeah, I felt like, okay, I'm gonna go an actual high up the damage meters DPS for Rat.
Yeah.
So I tried Affliction Look, but
do you like it?
It's very hard, man. It's really not easy.
Is it? Yeah, it's like constantly keeping up your dots, right? And like you're multi-dotting. If you want to compete on AoE, you have to multi-dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like Shadow Priest because Shadow Priest there was like it's like 3 dots. You know what I mean? 3 dots, and then you're using your Mind Flay and your your other abilities, your Mind Blast, your Shadow Word Death. But it does get kind of boring after a while. Like now that if I did choose to raid again in Classic Era, it's 2 classes I'm gonna play. Okay. I'll probably do 1 Horde and 1 Alliance. Because I know aesthetics. Once he's like, bro, no, he wants to play. I'm gonna make a Rogue Alliance, human Rogue, and I'm making a friggin' Shaman. I don't know if it's gonna be a Tarn or an Orc though. I love War Stomp, but like I need to experience Shaman PvP again. It was the highlight of my classic. Like, dude, I'm telling you, just being able to like one-shot someone is the best feeling in the world.
I've been giving it way too much thought which class I want to play. If Fresh comes out, it's half of the fun, right?
Yeah.
So first thought I had was Rogue, Alliance definitely, and now I'm more like Hunter. I used to have Hunter high on the list in original vanilla. Well, I should say original classic, not
right.
Vanilla. So I'm probably gonna go Hunter.
Hunter. So would you play? So if you go in Hunter,
you're Hunter, yes.
You're doing female Night of Hunter. You son of a bitch. Oh man, that's hilarious.
It's Meldron.
Yeah, Meldron. What's up, dude? Meldron, if you're able to get in chat, let us know. I think he's in the office still right now. Yeah, he's at work.
There?
It's only 3:30 for him, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's early for him, so he's still at work. Yeah, he's at work. Yeah, dude, look at everyone hyped for having you in here, man.
Great.
Yeah, dude. So I think that's like one of the main things that I want to play a classic fresh again. I want to white main sounds fun, and me and Meldron were talking about it, but I want to experience the raids coming out one at a time. Like I need to feel that progression. It doesn't feel the same without it, you know?
That's true. That's classic. The phases like Molten Core, the first phase, the fact that it takes so long before you have gear and leveling and all that stuff, that makes it so good.
Yeah.
In Rat, the first phase was over after you hit 80 and you done a raid.
Yeah.
DBC was kind of in the middle, so I don't know. It's fine, I suppose. I still prefer vanilla, but TBC was okay. If one thing I like in Rat and TBC, its class design is probably slightly better.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't mind vanilla class. Vanilla class design is fine. I would like them to make hybrids somewhat viable, though.
So, speaking of that, have you looked into Turtle WoW or anything at all?
Yeah, but I never played it. I mean, I've looked on their website. I've checked it out. Well, they added a lot of items, right?
They added a ton,
and
new
zones,
and
all
they
that
balanced
stuff,
the classes, so they made like elemental like able to, have enough mana to and like priests to have enough mana. I don't know if they took away like debuff slots, stuff like that. So like my question to you
so.
is, would you rather play a Classic Plus or Classic Era like all over again?
I think a good Classic Plus is fine, or maybe even more fun. But I don't know. It's very hard to not mess it up, because I personally think Turtle WoW messed it up. Many people might disagree. But,
In what ways?
they added so many items, and I don't think it's necessary. Say you play whatever class, you know all the items that drop right in vanilla. Say
Right.
Big Strike Ring, Onslaught Girdle, all that stuff. Tier for Warlocks and Mages. If you add like a couple of items for each lot that are Biz or near Biz, you end up with something that's more like Wrath of the Lich King. It's just not something I like.
Yeah, see, I think kind of some of the argument is like with the Classic Plus, you want it like, okay, we already have Classic, so like part of the argument is like, why not try something different? But then the same argument is you have to keep it enough that it feels like Classic to call it Classic Plus, right? Like you can't make it Classic Plus and then it feel like Wrath of the Lich King or Cataclysm or something like that, right? It has to be close enough to the point where it still feels like Classic. And I think, you know, like some people were saying, okay, like give Paladins a taunt and stuff like that. Well, if you do that, then you have to do something for Shamans, right? Because you can't have 3 tanks available on the Alliance and only 2 on Horde, or you give Horde Paladins or something like that, right? So then, like, you really start to, you know, go down that slippery slope that we used to talk about all the time.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
I think there's ways to do it. I think there's ways to make it viable and like do a Classic Plus that still feels like Classic. Like we talked about making like a Shaman like tank that would almost be like a Druid. But all you have to do is add one thing. You add an ability that turns their armor. They get 200% armor from you know, all sources, whatever. But they do less damage and do more threat or something like that, right? So it would be like basically going into bear form for a shaman. Something
that's
similar.
Already
to that.
quite a change, right?
It is a big change, right? But like, I don't know. I think if they did something like give, you know, if they gave Paladins a taunt, which a lot of people want them to do, they would have to do something for shamans, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. If they do that, I suppose that's going to be the enhancement tree that's
right
used for it, right?
Yeah.
Then the question is, do you still want enhancement to be a viable DPS spec? Because then
yeah,
maybe
that's the
Paladins
thing,
need
right?
a range spec, right?
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, if you give Paladins like Crusader Strike, then yeah. So like, obviously, if a enhancement shaman was using this thing, they wouldn't be able to use a 2-hander anymore. They could only use like a 1-hander and a shield, you know, because then it would be too OP in PvP.
So yeah, I don't know. I think many people that like enhancement shaman would kind of disagree with that. So.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. And that's the thing, right? So that's like, this is just like me, the things that I was thinking of, right? Like different ways that you could do it. So it's like, how far do you go? Do you do what Turtle WoW did and just, you know, do a little bit of balancing like they did, or do you go more balancing? I think the thing is to mess with the classes just a little bit, not mess with the classes too much, and just give more horizontal content. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. But
yeah,
the class thing, I'm not against some changes, to be fair, because I think it might just mix things up. Meta would be unknown. That all that stuff would be nice, but specifically the item thing, just leave the items as they are. We don't need to have more loot. I think that's how it is. It's just fine.
Yeah.
It makes longevity of raids better as well. And whenever you find an upgrade, you feel like, oh, great, I have an upgrade. I can use this for the next 5 months or whatever, and in this particular slot. And if you went through the process of going for pre-biz gear in vanilla, some of the items you use still AQ.
So
that's a feeling I kind of like, and that's lost throughout expansions.
So my question is though, so then what would drop in the new raids that would be out?
So that's the question, right?
Right. I mean, you could do
so
like
hard.
PvP gear to drop in the raids, right? Like you could make like high warlord gear drop in a raid. That would be pretty cool.
The question is, do you make raids rate tiers between the ones we have, or do you add them at the end? Because if you add them at the end, then that makes the gearing options easier. You can just add new stuff, it's no problem. But then, yeah, I don't know. The max rate is the first one where you basically replace everything from the previous tiers, right?
Yep.
So it's fine because it's only one raid in vanilla, but add like 2-3 more of that and you replace stuff, you kind of end up in a Wrath of the Lich King scenario again.
Right.
So it's tough. I don't know how they did it, but I feel like they accidentally made vanilla a perfect game in a way.
Yeah, man, they really did. I know. It's like you look back at it, and there's obviously like flaws here and there, but the flaws add to its charm in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess I agree with the slight class changes, but everything else maybe it's not necessary.
Yeah, I can be honest right now. I'm more excited to play Classic again than I think I am for an actual like Classic Plus.
Yeah, because it's been a while, and honestly, you can play a new class and have an entire new game.
Yeah, you could.
So it's great.
But yeah, man.
I've not been healing a lot lately, which
I'm surprised at that. Yeah, I'm surprised.
I quit healing after vanilla, and I never turned back.
Dude, I don't miss it either. I don't. I loved healing, but I also am like kind of done with it now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like I've done it for so long, and like I'll heal if I have to make it an elemental shaman, but I'm not maining as a healer. No way. I really want to do rogue, I think.
Ever, sometime in the future, who knows? But I've not played vanilla as a pure DPS class, so now is the time if it comes out again.
Yeah, dude. I think you'd like it. I think you should make like a warrior or rogue or like hunter. Yeah. Hunter.
Warrior, you know, the brown army.
The brown army, baby.
Everyone is like a warrior. Yeah.
Have you seen any of the hardcore raids and see that how that ends up? It's pretty crazy.
I've seen one or two.
Yeah. I was doing that in SOM for a little bit, and it was fun. But like being a healer in that and like watching everyone's life and like, you know, looking at their health, like it's like, oh my god, is someone gonna die? It was pretty intense. Oh, I gotta be careful here. Do you remember this quest that I'm doing? I'm looking for Kozil's key.
Yeah.
So is he in here?
I think so.
I think so too, right? Yeah. It would make sense if he was. Oh, of course this warrior's gonna come now and take my drop. Yeah, the bad part about hardcore is like you can't group for quests, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've just only adapted in the hardcore thing. I have a paladin level 11. I didn't die yet.
Oh, nice.
But 11 isn't great. Yeah, I will probably play quite a bit of hardcore in the next few days because I have holiday now for 2 weeks.
It is a lot of fun, dude. Let me use a health pot here.
I think it's a good thing while waiting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fresh.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like the thing about hardcore is like we're talking about someone today, like you have to literally change your entire play style of like how you play the game. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, like you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm. It's quite funny in the chat. Someone said, "I know people that never got Thunderview by thing," and I think he's replying to Auto, and he actually never got the second one.
Do you know what's crazy?
Probably doesn't think it's funny, but it's
there are so many things that I never got in TBC. Like I still every week I was there in friggin' in ZF, and I still never got the bear mount.
Yeah,
never got
I have the Raptor mount from CG, but the bear mount I don't have either.
Oh, dude, like seriously, I was in there every week. Everyone in the guild got the bear mount but me, and I'm like, again, it happened to me again. The same thing happened to me in original TBC, dude. Oh, and I'm like, are you serious? Because I was like, oh, just let you know, because we were just rolling it, right? Just rolling it. I never friggin' got it.
I really didn't care about it. because I had the raptor.
Oh, right, you had the raptor, exactly.
Yeah.
You see what Mariner Pig wrote? Do my ears deceive me? Dunedain? Last night Meldoron comes back, and now tonight Dunedain. Tomorrow might be GMA. We'll see, man. Who knows? So how's work been and everything? How's life been treating you?
I'm still a teacher.
Yeah.
But the last few weeks, can't lie, have been quite tough. There have been some changes in Belgian government decided to change like the courses students get, right? And one of the changes is geography, which is what I teach.
Really? So what are they changing in geography? Like because countries have changed, or like?
No. Oh. The problem is they changed the amount of hours students get. And
I see.
It's been lowered, and that's kind of bad.
That's sad. Geography was literally my favorite subject, dude. Geography, and like and history for me. I love history too.
The same thing happened to history, by the way. But,
really, dude?
Yeah,
that is so sad.
It's very sad, and it's been a whole thing in the news as well. Many people are upset about it, but I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. But
I mean, at least in America, geography isn't even like a class that you have to take.
Oh.
Yeah, like people can take it if they want. They don't have to. So it
explains a few things.
Yeah, right. That's why you hear all this. Yeah, what's the capital of New Jersey? New York. Like it's like stuff like that.
Well, but yeah, I've been talking with the headmaster about it quite a bit and trying to tell her it's needed to have more hours for it. So it's been busy weeks at work and not very enjoyable. But it's holiday now, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I can't do anything more than I did, and we'll have to wait.
Yeah. Hopefully they listen to you, man. But yeah, I'm trying to make this my my living again, so we'll see how it goes. I luckily I had taken some time off, and I had the means to do it. But I was like, you know what, man, I have nothing else really going on in my life right now. Like, I miss streaming. I really enjoy it. Like, I gotta mention too, have the best fucking community ever. Like, the people on this channel are amazing, and I missed it, man. I missed it a lot. And like, I know you tried streaming for a while, and like, but for me, it's like, it's literally like hanging out with friends, you know what I mean? And also like trying to make a living off of it is not the easiest thing, but I think it could be doable. So I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah,
you're also just good at it. I mean,
oh, thank you, man.
I mean, you can talk for hours.
Yes, I can.
That's important as well.
It is. Yes, it is, dude. Yeah, you gotta find, like, for me, it's like, you don't even have to find things to talk about. It's like, stuff just comes out of my mouth.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good. The more streamers that come back, the more the hype goes up, and that's always great.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen how big the hardcore community has gotten? Like, it's gotten insane. Yeah.
Big. Yeah, I made a dwarf paladin, right? So, in the starting zone, I can't even find mobs because they were just all dead.
Oh my god! Wow. Yeah, dude, it's bad. The starting zones are the worst. Like, because obviously, like, the higher you get, the less people are around. Obviously, because a lot of people die. But Meldoron and I, so we got Meldoron to start playing again. Did I tell you that?
Yep.
Yeah. So last night he reactivated his account, and we made a duo last night.
Super Blade Brothers.
Yep, dude. Super Blade. Well, this time he's a warrior and I'm a priest, so.
Okay.
We're the Super Zug brothers this time because he's an orc and I'm a troll.
Still the horde.
Yeah, still horde. Yep. But yeah, we're having so much fun, man. Like, I don't know, like, dude, you know how it is, man. Like, you're like, oh, I want to play a different game, and then you play it, and then it just doesn't hit the same, doesn't feel the same. I tried to play Elden Ring. I tried to play a couple other games. I was playing some Halo just to mess around with. And then, like, every time I play a different game, I'm just like, man, I want to play WoW. I want to play WoW. And I tried to deny it to myself, but I can't. the back of my head, it's just like this is the only game that I can keep coming back to like that, you know.
Honestly, the only reason I'm still playing Wrath of the Lich King is because the guild is still playing it, and it's fun to just play with those guys.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would probably just be. I would probably take like little breaks from WoW and then come back and play vanilla.
I wish when they came out, if SOM like looks really good, man, I gotta make a character on an EU account or something and play with you, because that's the one thing that I miss from private servers, right? Is like everyone was on the same server, you know?
Yeah. Remember Nostalrius, man.
Oh my god, dude, Lights Hope was where I like popped off at. I was at the end of this NOS because I was still playing Legion, and Melderon was begging me to come play with him, and I got the tail end of it.
I think I leveled at the Lounge of Nostalrius, if I remember. Yeah, and then together with a friend, made an undead priest. We went to something like level 40 something, and then he quit, and then I quit as well because I don't know why. I didn't want to play alone, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then with Lights Hope, indeed, I went to 60, did a few raids as well.
Yeah, I played Alliance back on Lights Hope. I had a I had Defcamp on Lights Hope, but I also had an Alliance rogue. His name was...
I met you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I played the Druid.
That's Druid. Right. I remember that. Yep, I remember that. Oh my god, dude. This is back what, like 2016, 2017, something like that.
Long time. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that we're still playing this game?
It kind of is, but I don't see myself quitting forever.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I probably will.
I think so. You'll eventually be back.
Yeah, eventually. It depends on like what they do with Season of Mastery, right? If they do something like that is similar to what original Classic felt like, or even like a Classic Plus, I think I'll be back for that for sure. Like playing like full time again. For right now, I'm having a lot of fun just doing the hardcore thing, you know, because I can do it at my own pace, and it's like I don't have to rely on anyone to raid with. I can do it all on my own time. I can sit back, relax. Content. It's great streaming content. Yeah, you know, I can do it at my own pace and everything like that. And but yeah, like I am filling the niche right now that I had, that itch that I have, but I still have that itch to like to PvP again as well.
I think if a fresh realm comes out, you kind of start feeling the itch again.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. So.
Dude, it's yeah.
Yeah. They play it now and then you take a break for a year or 2 years, and then there's a new fresh you hear about. I'm pretty sure you'll be back.
When you hear that there's a fresh realm coming, you're gonna be like, oh man, I gotta get in on this.
Yes.
Yeah. it's just there's nothing quite like starting on a fresh realm. Like that
is true.
There's nothing quite like it. Especially when you're playing with like a friend and like you're getting like, hey, let's get a guild together. Let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we still have the same guild as
the
we
Fellowship?
started with. Yes.
Oh no! So that's why you're playing, because those guys are awesome. Yeah.
But don't you have the same thing? Like, I don't really watch any WoW streams, and then I see a vanilla stream, and then I think, oh, that looks kind of chill. Let me log into that for a couple of minutes. Something about it.
I literally have no like inkling of playing Wrath right now. It's kind of sad. I feel bad because like I was so excited for Wrath, man, to come back, because like I had a lot of fun in original Wrath, like a lot. And then I realized, I'm like, you know what? Why would I try to do that again? Like when I did an original Wrath was like so much fun. I'm not gonna ever be able to recapture that. And you know, the closest I come to it is like when I just sit down and listen to the Wrath music and just play vanilla. Like I feel better about it then than I do actually playing Wrath. You know what I mean? Like
the hill music, yeah.
Yeah, you know what's my favorite actually is the Dragonblight music.
Oh. I like the Grizzly Hills music. I leveled my Warlock in there, so basically I spend like a day in Grizzly Hills, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's the leveling experience. It's, to me, it doesn't have the same value as even like Baron's music, even though I play Alliance usually.
Oh yeah.
But it's good music.
Yeah.
That's true.
The other thing too about Wrath is like the old world. I feel like is even less used than it is in TVC.
That's true as well.
Yeah.
I feel like the rat leveling thing takes so long and it's so boring.
Yeah.
But that's probably just me. And I don't want them to shorten vanilla leveling, but it's such a better experience.
Yeah, I had literally like, as soon as I resubscribed, I'm like, okay, let me go on my priest and just see what's up with him, right? I logged over on there and I tried to join a dungeon, and I joined a dungeon in all Sunwell gear, and first of all, I was like starting a quest. I literally put Vampiric Touch and I put all 3 of my dots on, and then they're just dead. And I'm like, what the hell? Like it feels like retail. Like I'm just killing things so quickly, but you gotta realize I'm in all Sunwell gear. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what it is. But it's just like, it wasn't fun.
Still true. Yeah, that's still true. The Sunwell gear is, how long was it good? I suppose it was still good until level 80, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see replacing any of that gear until level 80. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the
But
classic?
I mean, if you went through the process of doing Sunwell, I suppose that's fine. Because I had full Sunwell gear as well on the Pally. Not on the Warlock though, and the Warlock still leveled pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's someone said, how's the classic endgame environment now? Are elemental shamans taken or memed on? They're still memed on, basically. Yeah. If you're gonna level as a shaman, if you want to play as a shaman in classic, in a raid, you have to find a guild that's gonna allow you to play as the elemental shaman. Even now, I mean, like everyone's gonna want a shaman to heal, but you know that could change with a classic plus kind of thing. You know, you never know.
You know, I wish they changed like a slight little thing in tier sets or something, so you can have like probably even tier tokens in vanilla. So you can have an elemental set with like a 2-set bonus that fixes the mana problem, and then elemental is viable.
See, maybe that's something they can do in... Okay, so imagine this, right? Someone mentioned this in chat. I think it was Aesthetics. He said, on the horizontal progression, imagine instead of gear dropping, you get like new enchants or like almost like glyphs or something like that. Something that could like, you know, make your set bonus give you more mana, or, you know, to make it more viable, something like that. I also think a cool way to do it, to add more content, Dunedain, is to add lower level raids. Like imagine like a 10-man SFK. You know what I mean? Like you would do SFK,
yeah,
Shadowfang Keep,
yeah.
And then like a few levels later, there would be like a 10-man version of it. Like not the same dungeon, but like something similar, right? So you can like do progression, or you could do new raids and new dungeons, but it doesn't all have to be at endgame. Like make the leveling experience more fun. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of potential negatives just to see if it's like, but I suppose it depends on the gear that drops there, right? If it's like all overpowered gear, then it's
well, no, it doesn't. It just can be like the same as the rest of the gear, just like, you know, blues with like, you know, a couple stats. That's it. The thing is, though, you want to get people more involved into like what raiding is like. You know what I mean? Instead of just doing 5-man, like have like the 10-mans, like, you know how Ubers and everything, but have them at level 30, level 40. And you don't have to add a bunch, just add like 2 or 3. Like, okay, imagine an SM type raid, a Scarlet Monastery raid. That sounds awesome. Come on.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
They will have to adjust the thing where you don't get experience in raids, though. Or just very low experience.
Well, you still get XP in 10-mans and like in Ubers and stuff. So it would be like a 10-man dungeon. Yeah. It's not. Well, I think the mobs give more XP than 5-man dungeon mobs. I'm not sure. 40-man dead mines, not. That would be insane. Yeah.
I think it's a good idea, honestly. There are still quite a few dungeons already, though, but there are some gaps in there.
There are definitely some gaps. Yeah, like mid-level third, like before SM and
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, those would be. But a potential negative could be if everyone is sitting in those dungeon crypts, the world might feel less alive again.
That's true. That's true. So maybe you make it the like you only want to do it once or something like that, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Make it so that the XP isn't that great, and then the best thing is the quest rewards that you get from it, or something like that.
yeah, I think
You know what
that's
I mean?
that's a good one.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
have
get-
some reasonable, good quest rewards, not too OP though, and then just some good
good quest XP.
experience, I
Yeah,
suppose. Yes, but not a lot of XP from the mobs.
exactly. That's a good way to do it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you're probably gonna have some guy like a paladin running people through, and it's gonna end up some weird way like that. You know what I mean? But
If one thing they should do, that's not bring the mage and the paladin boosting back, because
yes.
I despise that.
Oh, an Ironforge dungeon. Yeah, like you know how Stormwind has stockades. You can have a dungeon in the lower
Old
in the old
Ironforge.
Ironforge. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
See what I mean, dude? Like stuff like that. That would be so cool.
There's a lot of potential in vanilla WoW still.
There's a ton. There's a ton. And
What
I
would
mean,
you
like,
say if they added they did nothing but just add the TBC class design to vanilla, so you can do anything you can do in TBC, and then adjust the rates, obviously, the difficulty a little bit.
so like you mean like the same stats like in all the abilities as in TBC?
Stats not necessarily. The talents you have there and the abilities you have there, yeah, but just at 60 then. So
I don't know. I feel like I would really miss certain things like the batching window for shamans for elemental mastery. I mean, like, I think some people would like that. I personally don't know about that. I feel like some classes would definitely feel a lot better, but I feel like some classes I would miss a few things. I don't know. I mean, they could be really good, but then it wouldn't feel like classic anymore either. You know what I mean? It would feel like
true.
TBC. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah. No, it's one of the things I thought about, because if I look at TBC and vanilla, I compare them. One of the things I'd say is probably definitely better in TBC is the class design, and that's about it for me. So
Yeah.
same with Wrath of the Lich King, by the way. Wrath of the Lich King, for me, the only thing that I think might be an improvement over vanilla is how the classes play. But I think I like how they play more in TBC than I do in Wrath. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I do as well. I mean, like, I think tanking's better in Wrath.
Tanking's
It's
maybe,
kind of a little too
it's
easy though in
boring.
Wrath. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how strong I feel as like a prop paladin though. Like you like literally like can't die, you know, for like every 2 minutes. I feel like prop paladin is like the rework of prop paladin was definitely better in Wrath though. Like just the way it plays.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, do you like Red Paladin in TBC? I mean, I like the whole
Yes, I
seal
did.
twisting thing. Like, it's
Well,
kind of like,
I was very much against it in the beginning.
yeah,
But I played Red Paladin, and then I noticed I couldn't keep up with every other Red Paladin parsing.
right.
And then I had to change,
got the
and
timer,
then eventually
yeah.
I kind of liked it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not good design though. You're literally exploiting something that was.
And I feel
initially
like you're
not
just
intended.
like for me, I'm just looking at that bar the whole time, like the add-on that you get for it. You know what I mean?
You are, but at a certain point it becomes like
Second
natural.
hand, yeah, true.
So
I think like the way that Red Paladin plays in Wrath is like a little bit more. I don't know. It's probably really easy in Wrath, right, compared to like TBC, because you're literally just like spamming 2 or 3 buttons. But I don't know. I think it feels like a little bit more fun. Wrath of the Lich King, Red Paladin.
oh yeah, I think I disagree with that the specific Red Paladin thing. I don't think I like it in Wrath of the Lich King too much.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a tough one. If you would make seal twisting non-viable and buff the damage without seal twisting a little bit, I suppose I like that version
True.
the most.
Yeah, I don't know.
version,
Constantly
yeah.
like putting up your seals to me is kind of like like I like just putting up a seal for like a half hour and then that's it. It's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then
I can
you
see
also like the classic version better, which is, you know what I mean? Like you're used to the classic paladin, so
Yeah.
yeah. Seal.
I think
Yeah.
in Wrath of the Lich King, Red Paladin is like, to me at least, it feels like just smashing your buttons when they come off cooldown.
It's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah.
In vanilla and TBC, you have downtime between, but the downtime makes it so it's quite interesting to use your other abilities.
Yeah.
When they are necessary. And I don't mind some downtime because many people say rotation of a class is fun if you have to constantly press buttons. I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah, I'd rather put a little more thought into it. So McSteez asks, how about Warriors Classic compared to Wrath? I don't know much about Warrior in Wrath or in Classic, but I know a lot of people like the damage in Classic was like when you were stacked as a Warrior in Classic, like you were much. I mean, like everyone would just stack Warriors back in Classic, right? Like that's how it was.
Yeah.
Like they were the most damage. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of the Warriors would probably say they probably prefer Classic personally.
Well, with world buffs they do.
With world buffs, yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's another one of those things. What to do with that thing?
Yeah,
World buff thing.
yeah, exactly. What do you do with world buffs now in like a Classic Plus? I think you make it so that either they're just not there, or like you like use them like one for like a specific. I don't know. Like Melron has much more thoughts on it than I do. See, I usually played a healer, so like it didn't really matter that much to me.
Yeah.
But I think that it was a lot more engaging and fun when we killed like Sephiron or Kel'Thuzon without world buffs. Like it felt like a greater success. But as a DPS, you want to see those big numbers when you have the world buffs, right? So like as a pumper, you want it. But as like a healer, as like me, like I felt like it was kind of more fun to do it without the world buffs because I actually got to play my class, you know?
It's such a different feeling you have about it when you play a healer. I think.
Yeah.
As a healer, indeed, I kind of hated world buffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can imagine as a DPS, it makes everything a lot better. It's a tough one. I'm very undecided on world buff thing. I mean,
me too.
Just go with whatever they do.
I feel like that's a very true statement, dude. Like, I mean, like as a healer, it's like the best world buff was usually like the Zandalari one, right? Like with the spirit and stuff, and
for Paladins, the Onyxia one.
For Paladin was the crit one, right? Yeah. So it was like, okay, I lose my world buffs, not that big of a deal. But if someone dies on my watch, then they're like, fucking, oh my god, you let me die. It's like, well, dude, like to be honest, you know, you pulled aggro on the tank. It's not my fault, right?
Yeah. As a healer, you kind of wanted to have difficult content in a way. So
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. But then the world buffs made it so easy, and then, well, easy. Some fights were still hard, I suppose. But generally speaking, they made it fast and easy, and then that takes away so much from your healing class. As like, mana management isn't a thing because things die so fast, and as a damage dealer, it's so much different. I changed a lot when I swapped from Paladin, Holy Paladin in vanilla to Red Paladin in TVC.
I can imagine. Turn to the dark side, man. You say I healed through all of TVC, man.
Yeah. No, my vision on things changed quite a bit.
So I wonder what some of your favorite time scaling in Classic mine. My favorite fight in Classic would be doing probably like Sephiron without world buffs.
I thought Saffron was kind of stressful.
That's why I liked it.
We cheesed it as well. We had like 10 paladins in the raid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like as a priest, especially with that trinket that you get with Renew, like Renew was so friggin' strong. I forgot the trinket.
It just flash your flights, right?
Yeah. Like I remember like just like running into put renews on as many people as I can and like keeping the tanks up and Like that fight
That was
was a lot
very
of fun.
good indeed. Yeah, now you say that, I already forgot about it. But we had like a dedicated renew and a dedicated resto druid guy. So
Yeah,
we always
yeah.
had bots running.
Yeah, our resto druid was sick on there too. Gordy, he would like, me and him would always be like, you know, at the top of the meters, and sometimes he would get the fight, sometimes I would get the fight. Resto druid was like, I mean, like resto druids were like born for that fight, dude.
I'm trying to think what my favorite fight is. I don't think I have a specific favorite boss fight. I think I have specific favorite raids, I suppose. Rather.
What was yours?
And even that is quite hard to say. I disliked AQ, but
So
I
did
liked basically everything else.
BWL and Nax are the top two for me. Nax number one,
Nax
then
was
BWL. Yeah.
great, as in such a good raid. As a healer specifically in the beginning. A lot of nice, well, interesting fights. Difficult fights, but different than before. You had like specific healer things, like low attack, right?
Yes, yes.
So that was definitely interesting as a healer. But Nax in itself as a phase, you were already like quite to the end of vanilla, and I think I prefer the first phases always
Just the
over
feeling
the last
of it too,
phases.
yeah. Real quick, I just want to read this Dunedain.
Yeah, go on.
Muzwow says, "Hey, Dune and Defcamp, my favorite streamers, welcome back. Quick shout out for my boy Otto. It's his 13th birthday. Happy birthday, Otto. Is it really his birthday?"
It might not be.
I know you, because like last time I remember we were on, you're like, "Oh yeah, it's Otto's birthday. He's 13."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait a minute." I specifically remember Otto's 13th birthday like 5 years ago.
Except he was already 15, so I mean.
Happy birthday, Otto. If it is your birthday, if it's not, either way. Happy birthday for when I missed it.
It's so funny. It's like a running joke.
I literally remember that, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Auto Wow is he's our raid leader for since forever, basically.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking Fellowship is still going, man. I'm so jealous about that. Our guild fell apart at the end of TBC. Well, end of TBC and the beginning of Wrath, yeah.
We had some rough times every now and then, but the core of the guild always kept together, and that's really
awesome.
nice to see.
Yeah.
Like Auto is one of them. Misty has always been there, but that's Wow. He didn't play TBC a lot and Rat either, but he's always on Discord as well. I see Burrows as well. He's not in our guild for Rat of the Lich King, but he's still in the Discord. And
Nice.
I
Yeah,
assume he'll
it's
be
it's
back.
good that you have people that you still connect. I mean, there's a lot of people that I still connect to too, but oh, thank you, Muzwow, for the Twitch Prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you, my man. Yeah, I wishing him a birthday every few months. We love it. Oh, that's great. That is hilarious.
Misty's like the nicest troll you will ever. As in, not the WoW troll, but like
like a troll. Yeah. I love it, dude. Yeah, unfortunately we had a little bit of a rough ending, but like Talix is like my boy forever, and like Al is my boy forever, and even the people that we had, or I had a little misgivings with, I feel really bad about and wish we could all, talk again, but stuff happens, right? And but the matter of fact is like, looking back on all those times that we had, man, we had a lot of good times. But unfortunately, I think when Meldron left, like he was the glue that held everything together. It was Papa Meld,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. But it became, like I think a lot of us were burnt out too. A lot of us were feeling like, kind of like, okay, we're going into another expansion. We survived from Classic, all of TBC, and we were together for a long time, but we had lost a lot of people along the way already, and had a lot of new people come in, a lot of lost. It's like, I mean, you go from a 40-man raid to a 25-man raid. That was really rough on us too. I don't know how that was on you.
That wasn't rough on us because we had a whole bunch leaving at that point. I So that was
Much
one of the
love.
rough times, but downsizing wasn't too hard.
Yes, thank you so much, Auto Wow. Much love. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, man. We got a train rolling, got a hype train rolling, boys. Thank you. Yeah, I think like I mean, you guys were like kind of chill, but you got like content done like like you guys were a little bit on the chill side, but you weren't when it came to like rating. If that makes any sense, right?
Kind of does. Yeah, in vanilla, I suppose we became less and less casual as we went on. But now I feel like it's kind of going back to more of a chill side. We tried some sort of hardcore mentality rating for Wrath of the Lich King, and I tried it. I'm glad I tried it, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And it seemed to not really work for us as a guild too well. So, yeah. I mean, we tried a couple of things. We tried to run 2 raid teams for Wrath of the Lich King, and that failed. So we went back to 1 raid team. TBC kinda was, once we got started, was well, I can't say it was an easy ride, because we had like the server dying, moving to another one, then we had Firemaw, which was way too big, and then we went to PvE server, so that was hard. But that made us like always having to recruit quite a bit.
Yeah,
because not everyone wants
to
do that, right? Transfers. But generally speaking, TBC was not too. We didn't really have any major trauma.
That's good.
So
yeah. I feel like a lot of people were in the same boat as you and I. Like a lot of people had to transfer off their original server because we were originally on Skyrim.
Yeah.
And then Skyrim like literally died, and we all had to go to Faralina, and Faralina was literally 100% horde, and some of the the biggest pumper guilds were on that server. It was like a streamer server too, right? So it was like I mean, it was a mega server with all horde, right? And it kind of sucked. I hated that. Like world PvP became it was nothing. Like that's why I want like one of the biggest allures of me wanting to play on Whitemane is because it literally has like almost a 50-50 pop balance. So
man, the best server I ever played on was Bloodfang. It was so good. Yeah, it was great, man. We played on that in vanilla, right? We started. I don't know if you originally remember the starter realms. We had Mokrane, right?
Yep.
And then it was so full on the day the PvP patch came, like the phase 2. Remember?
Yes.
Like the world PvP.
My god, dude. Yeah. All the alliance left on our server on that after that. Yeah.
It was so unplayable and queues and all that stuff. And then we decided, okay, let's not stay here. We went to Bloodfang. Best decision ever. The best server ever. It was amazing. It was like high population, but not full. It was more like medium to high, I would say, but so active, and you know everyone, like all the guild names.
It felt kind of like a private server almost, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was I think it was definitely smaller than a private server, but it was great.
Yeah.
And it was also in the beginning it was almost 50-50 alliance and a slightly alliance favored near the end, and then eventually died out, obviously. But man, I hope they ever do it again and we can ever play on such
I know, dude, they got to do it right this time. They have like that is like my biggest gripe that Blizzard did is they messed up the server so bad. And like Melron and I and you and we were all saying it, like, Blizzard, you have to make enough servers, you have to do this. And then they start off with not enough, then they made too many, then they everyone transferred off, and then people like me get forced to go to a server where there's 20,000 people all horde because that's the only way to recruit. You know what I mean? And it's like it messed.
Sucks.
Dude, if they would have just got it right the first time, I mean, like, obviously it's a hard thing to do. Let's be honest, right? To make the servers balanced, and like, there's always going to be some servers
easy,
that
but it's not impossible, right?
It's not. Yeah.
But let's face it. You think they are going to do any better job this time around? I don't think
probably
so.
Not. Yeah, it's like they're lazy about certain things. Yeah. They become so lazy about certain things, and like they put all their energy into like 1 or 2 things, and then like they forget to like, okay, we got to get these servers together. It's like, oh, we'll just see how they go.
I also think there is like the misconception of people want to play on a mega server.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
talked about it before, but I really don't think everyone likes that. Maybe majority.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't.
like,
I don't know. I can't talk for other people.
like it's weird because like
Yeah.
private servers were kind of like a mega server, but they also like weren't. Like they did it in a way that kind of like worked okay. Like I remember playing on Lights Hope, like it never felt like there was way too many people on, but there was always enough people on. You know what I mean?
True, but sometimes it felt a bit overpopulated, I suppose. But that had no layers either.
Yeah. Yeah, but they did like dynamic respawns and stuff like that, which worked out pretty well. You know, like, dude, honestly, you know, like what they do in retail would have been better than what we had in classic. You know what I mean? Like multiple servers, but it's all kind of like layered and sharded. Like that literally would have been better than what we got, because it just sucked playing on a server where there was literally no alliance and only horde.
I'm gonna say like I said, the Bloodfang thing was the best thing ever. So I have complaints about classic realms, but I have much more complaints about TBC and RAD, and the biggest one is the paid transfers that kind of killed our server, and it also meant the beginning of like the mega servers. It's like Firemaw and all that stuff.
Blizzard's got to make that money, Dunedain. They got to make that money, man.
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, that's not the way.
It's not the way to treat your. Yeah, no, I know. It's like they've always, the one thing about Blizzard that we've kind of have come to see is like they would always take the road for money over the road to, you know, making the game better for their players, which is really sad.
I'm afraid we are stuck with that transfer thing now, the paid transfers. I don't think it's going anywhere. And because
before you could only transfer to certain servers that were low pop, right?
Yes, only the free transfers, right? So
right.
Yeah. So once you were on the server, you couldn't just say, okay, now we go to server X and pay for it.
Right, because some servers were locked. Yeah.
So, I mean, the only way you could start on another one is either it was a free transfer because of some kind of issue, or you start over.
Right. Yeah, I think Blizzard they totally dropped the ball when it came to the servers in so many regards. And the other thing too is like, I know I talk a lot about how on private servers it was better and this and that, but like, remember how when phase 2 dropped on classic, like that was just like the way it dropped, and how we had mass exoduses of guilds and people leaving. Like that just totally ruined. I think that was the beginning of the server. Well, that was the beginning of the server problems, right? I mean, the first thing was how they came out. There wasn't enough of them at first.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, we launched Classic. We have 3 servers for you.
Dude.
Okay.
Me and my brother were like messaging devs like, please don't do this. Like, add more. They're like, no, we got the data. The data says this. I'm like, guys, you're underestimating it by a huge margin. And like we were like messaging everyone we could, and they're like, no, the data says this, it says this. And like, okay, I understand the data says one thing, but like you have to overestimate. You have to just overestimate and say, okay, like, you know, I know the data is saying this, but you know, we have to look at, you know, projections on, you know, on what people are saying, and like on the you know, people, they were looking at all the surveys and stuff like that. And like, yeah, people like playing who are doing the surveys, that's like maybe 10% of the people that are going to be playing the game. Like maybe. That's like a generous margin. But no, they went with what they did, and then they tried to add all the servers afterwards, and people just went on mass exoduses to all these new servers, and then you're left with all these servers with just, you know, 100 people, 200 people, or, you know, all horde or all alliance, and yeah, that's what happened.
That said, though, controversial maybe, but do you want them to ever do like the phase 2 thing again?
Not the way they did it, no. I think Battlegrounds should just start at the launch.
No. If they ever do it again, I would say phase 2 like it was. sure, but
Yeah,
just
then they'd
one
have to
week.
lock servers. They would have to make people not be able to leave.
No, just say, okay, we have this phase for 1 week or something.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Make it shorter. Okay, I could see
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
and
that would work. Yeah.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
BGs, as Auto says, BGs on SOM launching with them,
Was a
it meant that
mistake.
many people went
Yeah.
for rank 14 immediately, and
True. That is true.
yeah,
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. People got rank 4 gear. Yeah. So like, if they do launch the BGs at the start, they can't make rank 14 gear available yet. Like, I mean, people are gonna farm the honor anyway, either way. So it's like, what does it matter? But yeah. So maybe make it like a shorter period though.
yeah.
But then you can't let, like, I don't know, like letting all those people leave the servers the way they did too is what really messed it up.
Sure. But in hindsight, I think the phases we had in fresh, fresh in classic were good. Just phase 2, make it 1 week, and
Mhm.
everything else is good. I think I have some good memories from
You
that
do,
phase.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's like something fun for once in a like a full how do you put it?
Like once in a while,
Full
like
go through of vanilla. Yeah, just
yeah.
once every fresh realm should have like 1 week of world PvP or something, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think it should be short, but I also think if you make a character on a server, like, you shouldn't be able to transfer that character for like 3 months. I think there should be a limit. There should be a lot, like, okay, so if I made a character on, say, Skyrim, right? I have to commit to have that character on Skyrim for like 3 months
Before you can transfer it.
before you can transfer it. Yeah.
I would even go further and say you can't transfer it.
Well, I mean, like, because, like, what if the server ended up being like a dead server, right?
That's different. That's different.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
if it becomes very low pop, then you can transfer it for free.
Right, exactly. But if it's like a good server where it's like, 50-50 or even like 50, like 70-30, like, no, you shouldn't be able to leave until,
No,
like, the
indeed.
server's established. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people
Yeah.
leaving servers before it was established was horrible. Yeah, 3 months is too early. I think you're right. Like 6 months at least.
The paid transfer thing is.
Yeah.
Some people like it. I think it's horrible.
I mean, yeah, I think, like, sometimes, like, it ends up where you have to leave, like on Skyrim with us, but we wouldn't have had to leave if everyone else left. You know what I mean? Like, the only reason
Sure.
why we had the transfer is because everyone else transferred. Like,
That's why
you
we
know what I mean?
left
Yeah,
Redfang in
exactly.
the end. Because
Yeah.
everyone else did it. But
Yeah.
what if no one can do it because you can't pay for it? Then,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
the server either stays alive or it dies out very slowly. And if that's the case, they can still offer free transfers. But I mean,
Yeah.
that takes some effort, and it's effort that is not bringing any money in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah,
Wow, I'm in Feralis right now, and there is like no one in this zone. It's crazy because like no one in
See.
hardcore has like gets to this like level.
you're way too high level, man.
Oh, I'm only level 36. I'm just running through here to get the Desolus right now, and I'm scared shitless that something's gonna pull.
Should be fine.
Yeah, I
just
should be
don't run
fine.
through. No, it's a horde.
It's a horde
city
base,
in
yeah,
the middle.
yeah,
As Alliance, it's like, okay,
It's-
you run
yeah.
around that.
yeah. You guys are all the way off on the freaking island, like
Yeah.
way away. Oh my god, I love Feralis though. It's such a beautiful zone, man.
All the night elfish zones are kind
Yeah.
nice.
That's the other thing about Classic, dude. It's like the zones, like the way the whole world feels like, dude, at one time I have quests in like 7 different zones, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like, it's just such a huge world. Like the world building in Classic is just, it's done so well. And, you don't get that in any other expansion, man.
True. And even you can say, like, aesthetically, compare any Wrath of the Lich King zone to any vanilla zone, and probably the Wrath of the Lich King zone is looking better.
Yeah.
The vanilla zones have much more soul
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
to them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't I just go through Stone Town? I'm just thinking, why did I come this way? Oh, well.
Because you like it, right?
Yeah, I do. This is nice.
Yeah. This zone is particularly nice, to be fair.
What, Feralis? Yeah. It's one of my favorite in Classic, yeah. Paralis, Hinterlands, and Winter Spring's my number one.
Vanilla zones are nice.
I love
They're
Dunmoreau though
usually-
too. The Alliance zones are better than Horde
Yeah.
zones, bro. They are. They just are.
That's true. But
Yeah.
good Barons every now and then is fine.
A good Barons every now and then is fine. Yeah, yeah. I did enjoy leveling the Barons this time around. I must say I did. Westfall, bro. I know Westfall is good. Yeah. Every green item matters. Yeah, it does, Camino. Exactly. In hardcore, every talent point, every little piece of gear. That's why I love hardcore, man, because it really does change the way you look at things.
It does. But the thing is, when I level, normally not hardcore, it's not that different from hardcore. I always level quite slow.
Right.
And I always do like my professions along the way and all that stuff.
Huh.
So for some
I
people,
don't.
it's a huge change to do hardcore
Oh yeah, it is.
from
Yeah.
sitting in dungeons 24/7.
I mean, do you try like really hard not to die too?
At the
Usually,
moment,
or-
but I mean, I'm level 11, so what can I
right,
say?
Yeah. hey, man, level 11 is better than level 10, right?
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're playing a hunter, you said,
I'm-
right? Now?
No, Paladin
Oh,
at the moment.
Paladin, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing a dungeon.
Dude, I've had so much fun. I tanked a dungeon, I DPS'd the dungeon, and then I started healing at the end. I've already done SM Lib. I have SM Cath and Arms soon coming up. I can't wait for them.
But some of my guildies did dungeon together on hardcore, but they out-leveled it quite a bit. I think they went into Wailing Caverns as at least level 22.
Oh
and
wow, yeah, that's pretty high level.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah,
did
so-
it on level 22 too. Yeah, you want to go in there where like most of the mobs are like green, and like the end boss mobs are like either your level or lower.
Hard is fun though, so I think I might. Well, hard. I might try to Wailing Caverns at 20, which is still probably not too hard.
That's not too bad. No, 20 you should be fine.
Yeah.
Especially as a paladin. I mean, you're probably gonna be healing it. Maybe not. Might tank it. Who knows?
Yep.
Are you?
Apparently, it would be an idea to have like a warrior and a paladin duo tank.
Oh yeah. I tanked fine on my shaman for a couple of like it. The lower level zones aren't an issue for paladins. And oh, there's Rexar.
Oh,
There he is.
nice.
Has anyone ever leveled to 60 in hardcore grinding beasts only? Yeah, it's an achievement actually. I think phase where you just grind. Yeah.
Looks kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, I would not want to do that. I don't know if it's just beasts, but I know there's one where you like don't do any quests and you just grind. I'm pretty sure people have done it. There's a bunch of achievements on the website, and you can look up on the website. Just type in exclamation point HC website, and the website will come up in the stream. Yeah, I just because the only 60 I got in hardcore Dunedain is with Melderon. We did a duo.
And you both went to 60?
Yep, both went to 60 without dying. Yeah, but it was an SOM too, so it was kind of like
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't the same thing because it's so much faster.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost out of here.
Well, it's getting quite late here, so I think I might go to sleep.
All right, brother. Well, it was great talking to you, and like I
it
said,
was
we got to do a
amazing.
GMA soon, man.
We should, and honestly, we should just like sometimes have a talk.
Absolutely,
chat.
absolutely. Anytime you want to talk about anything, or even off stream, you just want to chat, dude,
Yeah.
just hit me up,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's nice. Playing WoW is a social game after all, right?
Exactly.
You can always. I mean, are you? Yeah, you're still part of the Discord, right? So feel free
Oh
to
yeah,
jump
the
in
fellowship.
sometime.
Yeah, definitely. All right, yeah, hell yeah, man.
So we're usually sitting somewhere in that chill zone.
Nice. Oh, the chill zone. Yeah, I see that. I see the picture you
Yeah.
sent me. Yeah.
But was great. I love catching up.
I know, dude. Me too. Me too, man. And like I said, just message me anytime if you want to pop on stream. If you just want to chat, let me know. And dude, you got to come to Philly, man. You got to come to Philly so I can show you a good time.
Definitely. I'm going to London in a few weeks. But,
Oh, are you?
yeah,
Nice, nice.
So I mean, that's not too far, but
Yeah, right. I mean,
I've only been there once.
just hop on
So.
a train over to Philly from London. Yeah, I'll be there in no time.
Yeah. No, eventually, someday.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. I'd love to have you here, man. We got a guest bedroom. You know, you guys can come stay and
Amazing.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. Actually,
Oh,
we should definitely do that.
just plan a trip, my man.
It's good.
Yep.
when we have money again.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
building
Yeah, when
building
we're
a
rich and
house, you know.
famous. When I get rich and famous as a streamer, I'll just bring you guys over. How about
Great.
that?
Right. I'm gonna go offline and get some sleep. But
All right,
it was
brother.
great.
Yeah, it was a lot of
really
fun.
nice.
Take care,
So,
man.
Enjoy the stream, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
All right, sounds good. See you, Dunedain.
Yeah.
Peace.